Hey, once again I'm back. It's the Uncle, and welcome to another episode of Two Bars, the Uncle Chris Allen Review Show. And listen, this past week, come on, man. My man from my city, my town, Philly icon, one of the best DJs on the entire planet, my man Jazzy Jeff decided to bring out the last installment to his magnificent series, M3. I'll be considering that. Please stay tuned to see what I got to say about my man. Also, Miami representative Ace Hood, he's back again with Trust the Process 2. I'll definitely be breaking that joint down. But of course, in like fashion, like I always do each week, I gotta tell y'all about what I was able to grab this past week, okay? So added to the collection, of course, every time this young lady comes out, very talented. She's an actress. She's a rapper. She's a entrepreneur. She's doing her thing out there, and she definitely got some bars. And I'm talking about none other than Robin Hood, okay? With this Sweet 16 little mixtape, a bunch of little 16s that she just decided to put together, where she just bars out. You know what I mean? I ain't even gonna lie to you, Robin. I wish a lot of these were longer. Okay, you gotta give me something longer now. Yeah, I mean, 16 bars is cool. It shows the skills that you definitely have. But I be needing more, man. You know, my ears be like, listen, I need more. But I tell you, the B2M track, you know what I mean? Dope. The starter track, that sample is crazy. Again, that track definitely needed to be longer. The My Life John, you know, the Message Protector. I mean, you just got some really, really dope 16s on here, and I definitely had to add that to my collection. Robin Hood. Then we got the City Girls, okay, from Miami. Now, I just found out about these young ladies, but it was a track off of their album, Period, that drew me in. I'll Take Your Man, a Salt and Pepper classic, just redone. So dope. It actually goes right, you know, just like the back in the day, John, so I can't even front on it. They got a nice little comical, you know, video for that, too. City Girls from Miami, but they got another track, Where the Bag At, One of Those Nights, you know what I'm saying, and that Careless track, I ain't even gonna hold you, that John had me tripping, you know what I'm saying. Of course, Styles P, G-Host, you know, I had to grab that. More street music, he stays consistent in that regards. And when you look at this album cover, don't think that this is LeBron's hair, okay? And he's not coming to Philly. This is the Liberty Bell. My man Fat Boy Stern with First Time Out. Definitely had to add that to the collection. What else I got? I was late on this ball, but this young Ziggy ball, I'm so sorry with the album. Loyalty Above All Laws. Late, but I still had to add this to the collection when I definitely, you know, started to dig into this John on My Own Kind is what it's called. I love that track on there. And another ball I found out about, shout out to my homies down there at the Tissue and the Tape podcast. I'm telling you, if I'm not up on something, they make sure I'm up on something. If they ain't up on something, I make sure they up on something. I'm talking about this ball, Red Coat the Poet, alright? Made in the Trunk. Before I knew it, that track, it sounds kind of like an early Outkast track. His flow is dope. This album, he displays content and bars, so I definitely had to add that to the collection. I'm sorry I'm late, young man. And if I don't talk about this will be very disappointing, okay? My man, RJ Payne, alright? Now, this boy just gave us Murder in Less Than 60 Seconds. You can see him, you know, in the whips on his IG, just barring out for a minute, 60 seconds. He's giving you crazy bars. You see the smoke. Then he just start killing instrumentals crazy. I definitely appreciate all of that by my man. The mixtape that he brought out like a couple months ago was definitely dope. But this 777's freaking mixtape, album, whatever you want to call it, good music, that's exactly what I'm going to say. He takes some really dope samples from Jay-Z. You know, if you look on the cover art, you can see in the background the different little Jay-Z albums. And this ball, he just bars out crazy. Standout tracks, Def the Mumble Rap featuring Reed Dollars. I mean, come on, man. We all real hip hop fans really appreciate that, and you definitely got the remix on that joint with My Sign and Lady Luck. I'm telling you, Def the Mumble Rap is gotta be one of my favorites. What do you got? 777's on there, of course. Bars Out Crazy, The Educated Ignorance. I mean, another dope sample. You know, I mean, I love to shout out to one of the greats, of course, Prodigy. You know what I mean? We really miss him in this hip hop world. And when the beat switches on that particular track, it's just dope. We got Green Light. Another beat that he just smashes. Never Can. You know what I mean? The heartfelt history. You know, I could just feel it. You know what I mean? The pain. You know what I mean? Like my man say, his life story. He talks his plight in the industry on that particular track. I love that. What we got? Dreamin', another one of my favorites. He rides that sample so good, y'all. I'm telling you. Man, 10 is one. That Earth, Wind, and Fire sample. Crazy, man. Such a dope message. You know what I mean? My people, we definitely need to listen. If you don't listen to any track, listen to that track. RJ Payne, 777's, a highlight this week as far as hip-hop is concerned. And I'll be back after these messages, y'all. Keep this dope video.
Yeah, Miss Legs, timeless world. Look, this was written way before I seen it. My state of mind is level up like Nas and Belly trying to triple beam it. Don't make no sudden movements, get paranoid from fake. Feel some type, just address it before you make me lose it. You couldn't make it up the block in these Pumas, catching vapors in traffic. I'm Harry Potter in movies, with this wrist I do magic. At 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm still mixing up batter, working on my balance and focusing on that matter. You made a move and I countered it when you started lacking. Keep my guard up, had to make that a habit. I hope I never start extorting rappers. This grip I got on my city getting tighter, I'm never losing traction. Attracted to business women in sneakers. She from the hood, got a degree, her attitude demeanors, barely see her. Keep your Onika, need a Lauren with features. Never falling for boys, I always know when I see one. Me, she know a nigga, take her time on it. Man, what you need, I think my nigga got a line on it. Let me hit you back, homie. Let me hit you back, homie. Yeah. Criminal minds stay elevated, the crime rate. Just hope I make it home. That's only for my mom's sake, cause when I'm dead and gone, I'm just memories to your mind fade. They told me time is money, and they say that crime pays, so do minimum wage. You get a job or go to jail, either way you a slave. Either way it's the case, there's no escaping the maze. This the land of the free, plus the home of the brave. We don't eat with the sheep, nah, they just pray for the day. Ain't no peace when it's beef, they just savor the taste. Hope you saying your grace, niggas spitting verses from the ghetto Quran. They sing along when I'm reciting these poems, trying to enlighten your soul. I got the world on my palm, it's like I'm holding the globe. They ask me what's on my mind, 100K for a show. I fell in love with the grind, so I ain't chasing these hoes. I should be taking my time, I guess my patience is low. I put some paper aside just for the case to get closed. My niggas making salat until they knees at they nose and really meet with Allah. I guess that we'll never know. I'm tired of hugging the block and turn my heart on the stone. Don't know who with me or not. Can tell my friends from my foes, and that shit with me. Is it the drugs? Is it the money make friendly? Is it the hate? Is it the love that make them want to envy? I put a in whoever said they want to envy. Born to profit with paying homage, a lost promise. Philly product, the flow polish. Co-signing, cough up a lung, I ain't from Marcy. Peep over hill, watching courtside. Grip a mic, I'm killing them softly. Generation infected, the cure to take out your army. I'm known to clear congestion. Catch yourself in danger, stand a chance with me out the question. Hearing niggas like they young and restless. Lapping rappers, I'm never nervous. Showtime when I step out, I hear regression. Tone it down, my nigga. Stashy stuff for Prince of the City, feeling like Simmons. I'm open 24 hours, 366 on the leap. Feeling froggy, put down the strap and take a step in the street. Save the day, seeing this yellow tape is regular to me. From the bottom, it's what you claim. Right. Marlon Wayans, I'm big bro, major, bringing the pain. Pack the backwoods, we smoke good. Compared to styles, me and these rappers, we ain't the same. Perception is reality. Smoking on the balcony with Martin Luther was slain. The king is what I gotta be. Now watch the world bow to me. Ain't sending no apologies. I'm the prophecy. With the higher priest of pharaohs, bury me in a gold casket filled with the narrow and the tech with the air holes. Flyer than your favorite superhero, but it's the villain. Batman, Dark Knight, nigga, what a feeling. Do you feel alive? Look me in my eyes, they done told so many lies. Can't you see through their disguises? Yeah, and the generation built by Instagram and pills and cops shooting that well. Guess they do it for the thrill. Dang.
Once again, I'm back. It's the Uncle again. And yes, welcome to the second segment of 2 bars. Hopefully you enjoyed that video that I just showed y'all. Listen, there's some really, really dope artists out here. All you gotta do is just, put your ears out there, and I'm sure something will fall inside. But listen, my man Ace Hood, alright? Miami representative, burst on the scene, I think 2008, 2009-ish, with none other than DJ Khaled, you know what I mean, who they have now, I guess, if you want to say parted ways, you can. But we know what Ace Hood has expressed in regards to, his relationship with DJ Khaled, and we won't hop into that. But I will say what he gave us. He had Guts, he had Ruthless, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. You know what I mean? And he gave us Trials and Tribulations, another good body of work. And then we had the Trust the Process, which was one. And I'll be considering today Trust the Process 2 undefeated. Now, what I gotta say about Ace Hood is, listen, when he first came out, I wasn't really feeling him like that. You know what I mean? I didn't think that his style, and especially the persona Ace Hood, being from the hood, he had a couple tracks, that track with Trey Songz, I just wanted him to be more gut, all right? So I got to admit that. If you're calling yourself Ace Hood, give me Ace Hood. And he did that, on his mixtapes. Bars Out Crazy. I think he's a really underrated MC as far as, spit game, and, he's real savvy with his wordplay and all that. So I really, really enjoyed Ace Hood on the mixtape scene. When he get with DJ Khaled, you could hear it was sometimes a little, some singles that was trying to be made, which, nothing wrong with singles, but at the end of the day, you fit the style that you fit. All right, so now we get into Trust the Process 2. All right, I will say this. I enjoy Ace Hood. You know what I mean? I don't want y'all to think that. But going into this album, I'm looking at the track listing. Too many tracks. We got 20 plus tracks on here. And I'll tell you, the way this album begins, 80s baby, I enjoyed it. Alright, it comes on, nice up tempo, nice beginning, you know what I'm saying? Little plight into who he is. Then we hop into 3 Bless. Now on this particular track, his flow, it grabs you. His flow always catches you. A few things he talks about on here. He goes back, he looks at the ups and downs of his career. He talks about him not forgetting those who was with him, throughout everything that he went through. So from the start, good. All right, I gotta say that. Then we get into Undefeated. All right, the title track. He talking to his restart, getting things in order with his new life, his career, and how he's still a winner regardless, and he will always be a winner with whatever happens in his career. I really appreciated that. Thank you, Ace Hood. Then we get into the Beast Mode interlude. I mean, come on, who don't want to hear Lynch talk about running people over? I know I do. You know what I'm saying? So then, after that, we hop right into the Beast Mode track. Now, I'm going to tell you, this beat, it gives you that futuristic feel. This production is so dope on this particular track. His flow, it ties right in with the beat. He's showing you that he's in beast mode, you feel what I'm saying, along with the beat. My head was nodding, you know what I mean? I had the ugly face when the chorus came on, so I'm in the crib, I'm feeling it so far. Then we hop into Chosen, you know what I mean? Telling the listener how he was chosen. Honestly, after beast mode, this track kind of sounds a little basic to me. The production, I was just expecting a little bit more, so kind of halfway through, skip it. And then we get into Right On. And this Slim Diesel boy, his voice is perfect for music, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? We right back, you know what I mean? The chorus, the beat gives you that black college kind of like marching feel. So I was in this joint, you know what I mean? Not a lot of beats give you that, you know what I mean? But Miami will give you that if you think about the Trinas and the Trick Daddies and all of that. So that's kind of little history down there. So that was just dope. Little brag rap track. There's so many quotables on this joint. He talks, investing in himself now, taking a little bit better care of himself. So, we in. Then we get into, I don't know how to pronounce this. You can hear it in the chorus. Whatever. However you want to pronounce it. Featuring Slim Diesel again. The chorus, Slim's voice is just dope for these types of situations. Another dope beat. Stop sleeping on him is basically what he's saying. Little brag rap, but I can tell you again, I appreciate this particular track. Sway drip or whatever, you know what I mean? Hopefully it's a new saying that we all catch on to. Live, love, shine. Him catching a little vibe, little harmonizing with that auto tune. So kind of, I wasn't really feeling that. Halfway through that again, skippies. Then we got I love the beat on this. You hear the guitar, then you hear the drums come in, the bass line. He begins talking, not being perfect, earning what you need. People that didn't believe in him, people that didn't see his vision. Regardless of that, he's still here. He was patient. You can kind of hear the pain in this particular track. And now he's mashing his success, in the face of those who didn't believe in him. So that's actually one of my favorite tracks on this particular album. Nobody Panic. The chorus kind of sounds a little bit like Lil Wayne, the voice. I'll be wondering, did he give birth to those particular styles and sounds? I'm sure, he influenced a lot of Southern MCs. This track is okay. I like the chorus, but really the title doesn't fit the verses in my opinion. Who is he telling not to panic? His team, his fans, you know what I mean? I just wish he would have said that on this particular track. We get in the element. The beat comes on, deceptive the way, it kind of drops, then he starts to rap. It kind of sounds like a single. It's a feel-good type of song. It doesn't really sound like him, in my opinion. It's in a weird place on this album. He starts to say, fight for your rights, but the track doesn't really talk to that. Not really a good song, in my opinion. It kind of was all over the place. Then we get into Tango. Some warnings on this track. But the beat, it just didn't really do anything for me. Again, skippies. It's a lot of tracks on this particular album. I'm trying to get through this jump. We got the interlude, Be Calm. It kind of sounds like No Panic to me. Again, skippies. And Ace Hood, I love you, bro, but it was just too much. Too many songs on here. Devil Get Off of Me, again, featuring Slim Diesel. It just kind of talks to getting the bad spirits away from you. Again, at this point, it's just too many tracks. He should have gave us maybe 11 or 12. A Rose, nah, fam. Well, skippies. We got Can't Keep Running. Again, content staying the same throughout the album at this point. We got Testify. I do dig the production on this particular track, but his flow is a little dry for me on the beat. Keep it the same. He says his energy doesn't change. It does. It's not the energy that I enjoy hearing from him. When You Woke, skippies. Bad Play. I don't know what Ace is doing at this point. This is a different Ace. The interlude, real whatever. Guess Who They Said. Oh, I do like the Each Other Joint featuring my man Scotty ATL. I love the beat. The flow, Scotty ATL, he never disappoints. He always got something to say. Outro. I'm going to rate this. I'm going to get off y'all nerves. This was a long, I'm sure it was, it's probably going on 7-8 minutes, but I had to just get this out. Again, I enjoy Ace Hood. Too many tracks. Playback value, probably not. A few tracks I'll probably pick and choose in there. On an Uncle Briss rating scale, 1 to 5, niece to the uncle, I definitely had to give this my second cousin. 2.5 out of 5 stars. Come on, Ace fam. Come on, man. We love you, man. This joint, just too much. I'll be back after these messages.
Bang! I'm just chillin' on the south side. Blowing on my outside. Name A1 on the cloud side. All I wanna do is have it and when it's drought time. This the business, know that I'm about mine. Caught a case still, I don't go nowhere without mine. I only trust my intuition and my trigger finger. If it get the itching, I'ma put it to your scout line. Whenever we talk bud, it's about line. Limelight, it was never about shine, it's about time, and then it's about time you will get outlined if you getting out of line, getting upset instead of getting out grind. It's the main reason niggas is getting out grind. You ain't even poppin' E-pill in your mouth grind. Put a barrel in it if I catch you with your mouth wide. Might let it it sit on your nose, make you cockeyed, or just smack you with it and do the rock eye. New drop, the lie, it's all Tata. The color of spinach, I spin and they all Popeye. I'm just chillin' on the south side, blowing on my outside. Name A1 on the cloud side. All I wanna do is have it in when it's drought time. I'm just chillin' on the south side, blowing on my endo outside. Name A1 on the cloud side. All I wanna do is have it in when it's drought time. We all know that I've been doing it for a while, doing it for the cool and doing it for the wild, doing it for the fam, you doing it for the crowd. Not satisfied until you doing it for the clouds. Grippers going, I'm still doing it with a smile, cause I'm still here, money, doing it on a pile. Feel like I let them ruin it for a while, cause everybody fake like they doing it for canal. Doing it for my sons and doing it for my daughter, doing it to the haters and do it for the supporters. Do it cause I'm the one with the voice when they ignore us. Do it for what the people from before us taught us. Do it for my city, I've never been on a tour bus. Southwest, Philly, Northwest, and of course us. Do it for the woman and of course us. Right middle finger, my left picking my y'all nuts. I'm just chillin' on the south side, blowing on outside. Name A1 on the cloud side. All I wanna do is have it in when it's drought time. I'm just chillin' on the south side, blowing on outside. Name A1 on the cloud side. All I wanna do is have it in when it's drought time.
Once again, I'm back. It's the Uncle, and welcome to the third segment of Two Bars, the Uncle Brisson Review Show. Now listen, you can say whatever you want, you know what I'm saying? Yes, I love Philadelphia, and this guy is an icon in my city, alright? We know his plight. We've seen him, you know what I mean, with the Fresh Prince. You know, he was on a show with the Fresh Prince. He's worked with some of the greats in Philadelphia. You know, of course, the Roots. You got Jill Scott. It's just, his thing could just go on and on and on and on. I mean, he's one of the best DJs on the entire planet. And yes, I say that. My man Jazzy Jeff, all right? He took a little minute to bring this album out. This is part of his Magnificent series, so this is M3. You know, sources say this is going to be the last of this installment. Jazzy Jeff fans will definitely be disappointed in that. He wanted to wait a little while. I think I kind of read somewhere or heard that he wanted to get off of the label. He wanted to be able to make the type of music that he wanted to make to give us this now M3. All right, so you know what? I'm a hot writer. All right, so the album begins with a nice little intro. Now, let me qualify this by saying he teamed up with none other than a great lyricist, and I'm talking about my man Rhymefest. Rhymefest is from Chicago. He had an album, he was signed with Ye, you know what I mean, back in the day. You know, he hasn't really got the credit that he deserves. So me hearing Rhymefest, all right, I was definitely happy. You know what I mean? Because he doesn't really get the credit that he deserves. So we begin with the intro, which you'll see on the back end of the album is an outro. So the intro gives you like a half a song, back to back, Rhymefest. Nice way to begin the album. So as I'm going in, I'm like, all right, this sounds good so far. Production, dope. We get into Skater's Paradise, all right? A track that talks to going through the stresses, just wanting to get away. Nice groove, nice up-tempo beat. Second track in, I'm in. Headphones, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Then we got Scars. Now, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this boy's name right. This is the first time that I ever heard of him. But Danye or Dane or whatever, Danye, okay? Jordan and Rhymefest. Now, this is just a brief look into some dramas that, you know, in your life that you go through that gives you these scars. It talks of murders in our communities, no father figures, dreams being broken, you know, bad deals. My man Rhymefest even talks his relationship with Ye, you know what I mean, a little bit on here. So I really appreciate this particular track. Production is dope on here. So, you know, Jazzy Jeff, we good, fam. Then we get into, you know, where you at. Again, I love the groove. This is a track that's, you know, speaking to, people trying to use you for things that you've gotten through the little bit of fame that you might have. It talks to fake homies, fake family, people fronting like they have certain things just to make you view them in a higher light. So I really, really enjoy the message, and also, again, the production on this particular track. We got the High and Hungry interlude. Then we got the two-step. Now, the two-step, this track, I ain't gonna lie, it had to grow on me because, you know, my ears have evolved too since the disco era, and that's the type of feel that you get from this particular track. So, you know, it sounds like an 80s groove. It gives you the up-tempo type of summertime feel. I could kind of hear a Pharrell influence on this particular track. Rhymefest talks his interest to a certain woman, you know, kind of dancing wherever they partying at, you know what I mean, trying to get her to party with him, jam with him. So this track actually kind of grew on me as I was listening, and I had to go back and rewind it and listen to it again, and it actually did start to grow on me. So that was actually a good track. Then we got Wide Awake featuring Dane Jordan again in Rhymefest. Another nice beat. This track talks to things that could, you know, that really happen in our hood. Dane, again, he has just a nice rapper's voice. You know what I mean? Like, some people, they don't sound like MCs. You know, even voices, they might even have bars, but I get tired of them. But this guy, Dane, has a rapper's voice. He talks, you know, just basically getting up and going for your goals. People trying to stop you and just getting it no matter what. Don't let nobody stop you. Then we got It's June Already, a nice instrumental. You know what I mean? We know Jeff. And then we got Stronger Than Me. It begins with the attractions, you know, of this certain woman, being afraid of the woman, and because she's like a strong woman. And this track just talks to the reasons why they think women are stronger than men. You know what I mean? And you know, who can attest to that? So I actually got a little. I dig that track. Then we got Midnight Escape featuring Aaron Camper. Now, Aaron Camper has worked with Jeff in the past. And I'll tell you, man, Aaron Camper's voice, it just sets the tone for this track. It's soft, it's catchy. It just talks, you know, just escaping and getting away, trying to enjoy the company of your significant other after working so hard. The insecurities that build up from being separated, and now it's time to escape. This is actually one of my favorites on this album. And honestly, Rhymefest didn't even have to be on here. I would have just loved to hear Aaron Camper. This could have just been an Aaron Camper song. You know what I mean? Child of God featuring Dane and Rhymefest again. A story of blessings, acknowledgement, the questions of certain things in life, but still knowing that you come from God. You know, but this track could have been so much better. The beat is basic on here, in my opinion. It just because of the title and what they're talking about, this could have been an iconic track if it just would have had some more stronger production, like a storytelling type of production on there. You know, not a horrible track, but I just think that this track could have been so much better with the content that it was talking about. Lose for Days, another interlude, another smooth beat. The Way We Cool, another basic beat. Toward the back end, you know, it's kind of going down a little bit for me. This beat just needed a little bit more layering. Again, Camper, you know, his voice actually kind of made the track kind of worth fighting through, but unfortunately, Jeff, you my man, but I had to skip this joint, fam. Then we got The Government Is Dead. You can hear it like the real instruments on this track. You know, I like the message. It's one of those beats that kind of make you want to freestyle to it, you know what I mean? But the track talks to the government's nonsense, the fake promises, putting our trust in something that will never be, not just for our race, but for any race. So then we go into the outro, which is a good, you know, like I said on the beginning, on the back end, the outro. We get the full track this time. A nice way to end the M3 album. I'm gonna rate the M3 album. Again, the production, it's okay. You know what I mean? Am I gonna go back to it a lot? Probably not. I'll pick and choose a few tracks. Good to hear Rhymefest. Again, on an Uncle Briss rating scale, Jeff, you my man. Definitely my cousin. Thank y'all for watching 2 Bars. See y'all next week. Yeah.